The humble horse, one of the earth's most striking creatures. Soaking in the afternoon sun, they quietly munch away at the grass that welcomes them into a new season. It seems perhaps that the fence might just be tastier.
I like a good horse just as much as the next guy, but I'm not sure I could keep one alive and all that. It'd be so cool to have a horsey of my own, but I just don't think I'm cut out for that kind of responsibility. And they're pretty expensive too. If only there was a place I could have my very own steed without all the responsibility and expenses, but I don't know. Such a thing sounds virtually impossible. Yeah, he liked that one.
Did you guys like that segue? I thought it was pretty good. Horses are in so many video games, it's actually kind of crazy. Like, just in me saying that, there's probably been a whole list of digital horses that popped up into your mind. And when you think about it, it kind of makes sense why they're in so many games. If the game you're making needs some form of transport, no matter what era or genre it's set in, horses are usually a pretty good answer. A game set 50 years ago? Give them horses. A game set 100 years ago? Give them horses. 1,000 years ago? Give them horses. 3,000 years ago? Camels. And also horses. I was just checking you guys are paying attention. Medieval fantasy, a post-apocalypse, Western, obviously. I mean, the only setting a horsey wouldn't really fit is like a cyberpunk, futuristic situation. But I mean, even then, if you really wanted to, you could figure something out. My point is, horses have become abundant in so many of our favorite games. And I don't know, call me crazy, but what if we just tier list them? Come on, you and me. Let's just throw a tier list together, guys. Come on, what the hell? Alright, well, if we're gonna tier list them, we have to figure out what makes a good video game horse. First and foremost, it serves as a mode of transport. As long as it beats walking and it's not inconvenient to use, then that's a good way to get around. That's a good pony. And secondly, arguably most importantly, your horse is your companion. It's your buddy, your pal, your day one. You wouldn't slime out your day ones, would you? How much you care for your digital horse is pretty subjective. It can change from person to person, but it is affected by how the game facilitates it. I mean, naming your horse, choosing it and catching it in the wild, caring for it, feeding it, and hell, even its mortality. If your horse is playing the game on permadeath mode, you would be more caring for it. You'd be more careful with it. At least I would hope so. Basically, an S tier horse is like a second main character. A C tier horse is just a vehicle with no extra sauce. And an F tier horse is just inconvenient to use. It's an obstacle. It's annoying, right? I'd rather walk than use that thing. Minecraft is a game that really lets you cherish whatever you want as much as you want. I mean, if you wanted to, you could build a museum to commemorate the first ever pickaxe you made, or your first piece of armor, or the first dirt block you ever mined. You could cherish anything you want, right? So you best believe you could care for your horse a lot. It could become the most important thing in your world. You could name your horse, give it special armor, build it its own custom stable. You could give it a family and go out on adventures with it. Your horse could be your most important asset, right? Your best friend in your Minecraft world. It could just as well become the most useless thing in your Minecraft world, right? I mean, once you get a pair of wings and some rockets, you'll never really need your horse again. It's kind of inconvenient. So it really is up to you and your preferences to decide whether or not your horse is still worth using, right? Because it is really up to you. So in that way, Minecraft horses are simultaneously an S tier horse and an F tier horse. Next we have Epona, specifically from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess. Epona is honestly pretty simple in both games. She just helps Link get from point A to B a little bit faster, and not much else. On its own, that would probably put Epona in B tier, but she plays a role in these beloved stories, and she's become such an iconic part of the Zelda canon. I mean, just seeing her run over the hill after you play Epona's song in Ocarina of Time is just too iconic. Like, she cannot go any lower than A tier. We live in a cruel, sick, corrupted world. Do you know that? Those horses have PTSD, man. come on. Battlefield 1 is a first-person shooter that takes place during the First World War, a time in which thousands of horses were deployed to aid their jockeys in battle. And low-key, they didn't really help much, at least not in this game. Keep in mind, I do suck at this game, so it probably is a skill issue, but the power fantasy of riding your horse into battle very rarely plays out in your favor. I mean, when it does, it's pretty cool, but it works out like less than half of the time. It's definitely a D tier horse. It's no good if it's dead, right? But when it does work out, it's pretty fun, so it's gotta be above F tier at least. You know, I always forget that there's a horse in Stardew Valley, which is funny because if you're a late game player, you probably see it more than any of your other animals. Functionally speaking, it's pretty much just a bike with a cute horse texture on it, but anyone who's played enough Stardew Valley to get the horse knows the amount of time this guy saves you makes up for the fact that he's a bit boring, especially when you buy the horse whistle later down the line. It's a pretty lame pony, but he's really practical and does his job pretty well. It's the perfect C tier horse.
Look at this guy. Smash subscribe for this guy. Look at him. They're all working so nicely. They're like, I'm not even paying them, to be honest with you.
Agro! Agro! Agro!
The world of Shadow of the Colossus is just so huge and sprawling that I don't think the game would mechanically work if there wasn't a horse to help you cover those distances. You got such a beautiful, well-animated horsey running on a console from 25 years ago. Come on, man, that's gotta earn you something. And when you lead this horse to water, you know his ass is gonna drink it, okay? Agro was ahead of his time for a video game horse, but what makes him iconic is the main character yelling out his name, Agro! Agro! Whenever you call him. I mean, that's why I even remember his name in the first place. Put some respect on his name, man. You gotta put Agro in A tier.
I've been roaming around, always looking down at all.
By definition, a pony car is an American classification for affordable style coupe with a sporty and or performance-oriented image. Pony car. Get it? Pony car. Forza Horizon 4 has pony cars. I've been playing Forza Horizon 4. I like pony cars. I think they're pretty cool. But for a video game horse tier list though, I'd have to put it in C. I think that's fair, right? On a real note though, it's kind of crazy how Red Dead Redemption 2 maxed out its gamer horse stat like to a point that we have not even come close to in the last 7 years. It is a Western cowboy game. What even is a cowboy without his horse? Rockstar Games understood this a little too well, and they went ahead and made like the most intricate horse mechanics of any game ever. You can catch your very own horse in the wild. You can equip and unequip its saddle just in-game with no menus or anything. You can soothe it and brush it and feed it like a whole list of snacks and herbs and vegetables. You can jump from horse to wagon, from horse to train, from horse to horse. You can load it up with all the animals that you've hunted. You can hitch it up to any tree in the wilderness. You can hitch it up to any post in a town, and you can slowly lead it around. A little frustratingly slow, but you can do that if you want. You can upgrade and customize each and every single individual part of your saddle, and you can customize your horse's mane and tail. You have to slowly build up your bond with your horse so that it responds to your inputs and commands better. Dynamic, temperature reactive, weather dependent horse balls technology. I don't think there's much they could even add to the horses in this game if they wanted to. There's so much as is. Plus, your horse is living on permadeath mode, so you have to be extra careful. If it dies, it's gone forever, which is genuinely so upsetting when it happens to a horse you really liked. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the most obvious S tier of the day. I mean, we all saw that coming. Red Dead Redemption 1, on the other hand, I mean, the horses are beautifully animated and textured for 2010, and you still get some of that Rockstar fluff, but it's just nowhere near the depth of Red Dead 2. I mean, it's still better than most other digital horses. I'd put it in A tier, but comparing it to Red Dead 2 is just unfair. I mean, that's a coughing baby versus atom bomb type matchup. Fuck Red Dead Online, man. It's actually crazy how Red Dead Online has way more customization and personalization options for your horse, but it just does not hit the same, like, at all. And this is coming from someone who spent way too much time in Red Dead Online when it came out, back when there was like no content in the game at all. Other players are just constantly killing my horse, and I'm constantly killing other players' horses. They're all just dying left, right, and center with no consequences. And I understand why, right? Like, I mean, I would be so tilted if I just spent like 2 weeks grinding to get the most expensive Arabian they had, just to get one shot and clipped outside of Saint Denis. I mean, that would be so annoying. But it just doesn't hit the same. I don't care about my horses in this game, man. And your stupid silent character just doesn't soothe the horse the same as Arthur. It just makes me miss Arthur, man.
Let's get you looking nice.
I'm gonna put Red Dead Online... What the fuck? I'm gonna put Red Dead Online horses in F tier out of spite, but also because it's pretty funny. But this is definitely the most your mileage may vary one so far. Metal Gear Solid 5 is a game about options. You could choose whatever vehicle, whatever weapons, whatever partner will help you beat your missions, including the D-Horse. There are so many vehicles in this game, ranging from tanks to walkers, that you would think it would undermine the D-Horse, but it has unique features and capabilities that the other options just don't have. I mean, the D-Horse can poop on command. I mean, come on, that's pretty cool. That's something. D-Horse, more like B-Horse, man. But that's a high B, okay? I like the D-Horse. It's pretty cool. Next, we have Umamusume Pretty Derby, a game all about horse racing. It's fine. It's not that exciting. Yes, those are horses. This is a sign that we live in the future. Okay, so in this game, you pick one of the horse girl things, and you get a set amount of turns to train her up before the big race. And when it gets to that time, it's pretty much all up to chance. It's out of your hands. There are visual novel sections in between, but I just have the game set to super mega skip mode because I'm just trying to get to the races, man. I'm hype as fuck for the races.
I think she did win.
I know the game looks a little like that, but honestly, it's a lot of fun to root for your favorite horse girl thing. It gets pretty close. It's exciting. I don't know. It's a pretty simple gacha game, and I'm not really too interested in the visual novel sections, which I guess is the make or break for how much you care about these characters. I guess a B tier, but I don't want to step on any toes, okay? Oblivion. You know what you did. On a completely unrelated note, I really like the horse armor in Ghost of Tsushima. I really like how you can make it match up with Jin Sakai's armor. It's pretty cute. However, I actually very rarely found myself riding the horse in this game. I think it's just because Tsushima is so packed with little things to look at. It's kind of just easier to travel on foot, right? Because, I mean, you're so close to the next point of interest. Also, the mount button in this game is the right trigger, and my muscle memory just always makes me press triangle, which means I'm constantly stabbing my horse, which is a little annoying. But other than that, I mean, that's like a pretty textbook B tier horse, right? Nothing wrong, nothing amazing. It's alright. I like it. Both of the two Last of Us games have chapters that feature some horsey action, but really they kind of just serve as a bit of a pace changer for the player to listen to the main characters talk. It's a nice change of pace, I suppose. It's cool when it happens. It's a C tier, I guess. Then we have Roach from The Witcher 3. I've barely played The Witcher 3. I have like no attachment to this horse, but also people seem to really like it, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about it, okay? I'll just put Roach in B and leave it to you guys, okay? Any The Witcher 3 fans out there? That's out of my hands, okay? The newer open world Zelda games have really pretty horses. The aesthetics carry hard in this one. I really like how you have to catch and tame them in the wild, and the customization options are pretty cool. But they're kind of useless in these games just because every time I get to a point of interest where I have to climb up something, which is like a key component of Breath of the Wild, I always have to leave my horse behind. It can't cross a bunch of rivers, it can't scale mountains. I'm just better off on foot most of the time. Especially in Tears of the Kingdom, man. These poor horses cannot compete with these flying machines. I personally always opted to use them in my playthroughs because I think it added to the immersion. I thought they were pretty, but I cannot put it any higher than a B, right? They're kind of inconvenient a lot of the time. I just wrote the word Skyrim in my notes with nothing else. I try so hard to care about Skyrim, man. I really do. But I just can't. I mean, at least they're good at scaling mountains, right? I mean, that's a pretty infamous part of Skyrim horses. I don't know. I'll put it at C, right? Because I don't really care and I don't want to piss anyone off. It's a seahorse, whatever.
I always need a breath of fresh air after talking about Skyrim. That game just pisses me off for some reason. Well, there's your super tier list. You're welcome, ladies. Anytime, please. It's nothing. Horses are everywhere in so many different kind of games. It's kind of crazy how essential they are as a feature. And some horses are just better than others, and some are more useful than others, and some are a little more lovable than others. It's okay, we all have favorites. Let me know if you fuck with my list, or tell me if I personally assaulted you and attacked you. That's also fine. Let me know. And tell me if there's any digital ponies that I missed, because I can always do this again if there's enough. Anyway, smash the subscribe button. Lena, say it. Smash the subscribe button. Say thank you, Lena.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
My sprite like Easter, pink bad bitch in that and the Middle Easters. Zip me, fuck me, you know that I recover.
Gucci, Gucci, goo. Gucci, Gucci, goo.
Horses don't stop, they keep going.